So I'm gonna be making a tier list. Yay, I'm making a tier list. Finally. I said I was gonna do this when I hit 20 insane demons, which was about like 3 months ago. So I doing it now. Honestly, I don't really have an intro for this. I am not on good time right now, and I kind of need to do this right now. So tier list of all my insane and extreme demons. Rupture, my first ever insane demon. This is gonna go chronologically, so the heck. This is gonna go chronologically, so it's gonna go from my first insane demon to my most recent one. So Rupture, I'm only one opinion in, and I'm already gonna get mobbed here. I think Rupture is good. It's not bad. A lot of people talk like absolute crap about this level, and I understand why, but at the same time, I didn't really have that much of a bad experience with it. I thought it was decent. It's a decent level, in my honest opinion. Just it's just good. I don't really think of this level as great, but it's not like bad at all. Yeah, I think we're gonna put our first level here right in a solid B tier. You guys can mob me in the comments for liking Rupture. Windy Landscape. Okay, so this actually used to be my favorite insane demon for a pretty long time. While I still think it's good, it's not as good as I remember it to be. There's still one part, being the 30% chip, that I'm not the hugest fan of. So I don't think I could put this in S tier like I could have like very long ago. I still think that this level is really good. Gameplay is super solid. I'm not too big on the decoration, but the gameplay for the most part is very consistent, except for that one kind of tight, very ship. So I think this is gonna go in a solid A tier. Infrared. Okay, Infrared. This is just like Rupture. A lot of people are gonna mob me for actually liking this level. I understand that there's bugs in it. I just so easily was able to adapt to those bugs that it didn't really pose much of a problem for me. Like, sure, the level's buggy and it's not really that good, but I didn't really experience it in a horrible way like a lot of other people have. So I am very lucky. But I think this level, again, just like Rupture, is nothing really more than just a B tier. I understand there are some bugs, but you can just easily adapt to the bugs. We got a big one here. Thanatophobia. Kind of, technically, you could say first extreme. See, here's the thing about this level. I feel like I've seen way too much of two different sides of this level. You know, where people say this is either the best level ever made or the single worst thing in existence. I've seen only either two sides. For me, I am right in the middle. I just think it's fine. It's not great, it's not bad, it's just fine. It's just a level. When I beat this, I would probably have put this in like S or double S because it was like a huge achievement and I did really like it. But the more time went on, the more levels that I've beat, it just hasn't had that much of an impact on me. So I can't really say it's much more than a B tier. The visuals, I really like the visuals. Hot take. Here's the NCK hot take of the day. The pre-drop in Thanatophobia is just as fun as the drop. You can kill me now. That's not to say I didn't run into any problems with the pre-drop, but I still don't think that the pre-drop is bad. It's not bad. Diamond by Jerry Bronze. I have not seen anyone really play this level, and I don't blame him because this level is not good. This level sucks so much. And it sucks even more from the fact that this is the same creator of Platinum Adventure, which I really like. This is not a good level at all. The gameplay is super unbalanced. There are like so many moments that it kind of tries to do a Phobos, where it puts like a line of blocks, but it's so clearly evident that they put a start position there, and it just does not work. And it blocks so much of the gameplay, and it makes it so much bad. I will go as far as to show you a video real quickly. You see, first of all, this part is just stupid, but do you see that? Do you see that? That is the gap you have to go through. What the hell is that? Even though I'm like saying this level is horrible, I don't think it's as bad as when I initially beat it. It's not complete F tier. It's not in like that vein, so I'm gonna put it in an E tier, but oh god, that level sucks. Crazy too. Visuals are really cool. I really love the visuals in all the crazy levels. Gameplay I'm not the biggest fan of, but it was still a lot of fun to play as well. It was fun. Gameplay is not as good as I want it to be, because if the gameplay was great, this would be like the easiest S tier of all my life, but it's not, sadly. So visuals kind of carry this level, but gameplay's still kind of solid. I would say it's a good, like, A tier. I think it's like a low A tier. I feel like this is going to be the opinion that if I posted this on Twitter, I would be dead, because oh no. See, here's the thing. I completely understand why everyone hates this level. However, I don't think I have ever gotten the biggest feeling of satisfaction than when that UFO goes so cleanly through those gaps. Honestly, it is a bad level, but also I just found it super satisfying to pull off. Like it's one of those levels where like people look at it and you just look like a god playing it, and that was really cool to me. I think I'll be in the news tomorrow. Gameplay is bad, but at the same time I felt good playing. I felt good playing it. Satisfaction for me is like a really big factor in enjoyment, and this one had huge satisfaction to me. Some of those gaps are pretty clean. Watch this, I'll be in the news tomorrow. Rampage. Oh no. See, this is why I think I have some of the most controversial opinions of all time, because I am not a fan of this level at all. Most of that probably had come from the expectation of everyone saying that this level is the single best thing that ever happened to the community and it's awesome and like it's the best thing ever. And I will stand by this. The 28% ship transition is the single worst ship transition I've ever played in my entire life. Even through practice, I'm gonna give you some statistics. Even with practice, I died to that ship transition about 200 times in normal mode. Over that. More than that, actually. Even through practice, it is the most inconsistent ship transition. And I really don't like putting one thing, like, as, like, something that brings it down. But it killed me 200 times. That's gotta count for something. The only reason why I'm not putting this in E is because I think the visuals are really cool. I really like Vlak's like Heinz-like style of visuals, but oh my god, that gameplay. The wave at 46-ish as well, like oh my god. Alphabet X, it's fine. Okay, it's not really fine. It's not the best level of all time. However, I don't think it's like absolute terrible. Gameplay, while most of it is bad, some parts are actually kind of cool. I like the maze at the very end. I really like it, so I'm just gonna put it in D. Roram, my single favorite Insane Demon I have ever played in my entire life. I cannot stress enough the fact that this has been my most consistent Insane Demon completion of all time. It's honestly shocking that I learned that most of the gameplay is made by Vlak, and the reason why that's shocking is because really good. Visuals are really cool. Some gameplay as well. I love the ideas, like the spider part where you're going up and down. That part is really cool. It is, I'm not exaggerating, the most consistent Insane Demon I've ever played. Now, on the complete other spectrum, Plasma Pulse. Yeah, I don't have much to say here. You're just going down into here. Screw you. Stalemate. Yet another level that everyone hates. Except for me. This actually might actually be, like, my second most, consistent completion of all time. I was super consistent with this level, and in turn that made it extremely fun to play. It was very fun. I don't think I encountered any choke points. Which is weird because that level, of all levels, that one feels like it should have the choke points. But I didn't really run into any, so that's really odd. It's just an A tier. I really like that level. 4 to 2. Everyone loves this level, including me. I'm sorry, what the hell was that voice crack? Everyone loves this level, and I am honestly no different. This level is so fun. I love click sync levels, so yeah, that already I'm having a strong bias towards this. There are like many parts that are so incredibly fun that I still play them today. It is amazing. The click sync pattern is awesome, and I love it. It's just a good visually, meh. I'm not really sure if I like it visually, but gameplay-wise, it is awesome. Supersonic. I think this is just fine. C tier level. Like, it's just middle of the road. It's not anything spectacular, but at the same time, it's not at the level of these guys here. So I'm just gonna put it in C tier. Bichromatic. Yet again, another hot take I have. I do not like this level at all. I wouldn't be lying if I said it was worse than it was along the levels of like Diamond here. I don't really think it's that bad. There are some parts that I do like and that do save it. For example, the slow part, that was good. But the waves in this level, oh my god, the choke points in the wave sections were so bad. I really disliked playing those sections. There was one section where I don't know why I died. Like, you can check the video. It was just insanity. Chroma. I don't even think I'm going in chronological order right now because I forget, like, these ones. Again, it's just another fine level. It's just another level where I'm like, yeah, that's a level. Decoration is really good, except for the last part. I cannot see anything, so automatically that brings it down. But otherwise, it's just a fine level with a very huge wave choke point, which is not good at all. Ultra Chromatic, the other chromatic level that I played, and it is miles better than Bichromatic. I think this is a really good level. It didn't really have any wave choke points. In fact, the waves that it did have are actually the easiest sections, in my personal opinion. This level was really good. Sucks that I didn't beat it quicker because, it did kind of lower my sanity. I really appreciate this level, and I think it's really good. I'm gonna put it in A tier. Decoration as well was great. Oh shoot, I forgot Pyromaniac. Oh no, well, Pyromaniac. Let's do Pyromaniac right now. I think I originally said I was gonna put this in like C tier when I beat it, and then I kind of liked it, and now I'm just thinking it's a C tier level, honestly. One of, if not the most whatever level I've ever beaten. It's just forgettable. Like, it's fine, but it's also very forgettable. Magma Bound. I am a huge fan of this level. This level's really good. I fluked it from 24, so kind of biased right there. I get why people find it inconsistent, but I didn't really find it that way. I think that Magma Bound is just a solid A tier. Again, it's not amazing. The robot at the end, it kind of sucks. Visually, this level's really cool, but it does lag a lot, so I kind of have to subtract some points from there because it does lag a lot on full detail. But otherwise, it looks really good, and the gameplay, for the most part, plays really well. So there we go. It is an A tier level. And now my 20th Insane Demon, Woe Sonic. I think that this level is really good. Woolsey did a really good job in, like, creating gameplay and the visuals to look exactly like 1.9 while also not making it as not good as some other 1.9 levels. One problem I ran into with it is that the UFO at the drop, it was probably the most inconsistent part in the entire level, which is not saying much, honestly, because it is still very consistent, but it was still, like, not that amazing compared to the rest of the level. I think that Woe Sonic's just a great level overall. It's a solid A tier. Home by Anvil. You don't know I beat this because I did this for my failed attempt at the 12 Demons of Christmas. Really, really solid level. Really like the gimmicks used in this level. This is just an overall really solid, fun, consistent level, although I kind of sucked at the ship, which is my only really downside to this level. But otherwise, it's a really fun level. It's a really solid A tier. If you like slow levels, because this level is pretty slow, but also it's very fun. For my final Insane Demon, I have Sky Wanderers by The Black Hell. This level would be A tier if it wasn't just pretty forgettable. I think this level is really fun, but also I just forget it exists. I become like very shocked when I realize I beat Sky Wanderers because I just did not remember beating Sky Wanderers. Also, the wave gameplay I'm not the hugest fan of, but I didn't also I didn't really struggle with it that much, but it still is a really like huge choke point. So yeah, good level, but it's just forgettable, so I'm gonna place it in the B. Alright, that is it for my Insane Demons. Now we are going to go to my Extreme Demons. I have beaten 4, and all of them are fantastic. Starting off with my first Extreme Demon, Accu. See, now, I'm kind of conflicted on this level, because on one hand, I really don't want to say that, like, this is, like, my favorite level ever, and, like, I did this as my first Extreme, and it's easy, and be just very generic, and have people be angry at me. But I won't be lying if I said that this really has been my most consistent completion I've ever played in my entire life. Roarin was my most consistent Insane Demon. Accu is just my most consistent level. I was so consistent with this level. I never died and got angry. So much fun to play. Despite the fact that I got like 95 and 96. Like 2 runs. Like back to back, 2 runs in a row. But yeah, Accu, I wouldn't be lying if I said that Accu was one of my favorite completions, if not my favorite. It is just a really good level. I know I'm being very generic, but I still love it. Stop me. You're on the other side of the screen. You can't stop me. Crowd Control, my second Extreme Demon, which this was a huge jump from Accu. A lot of people say that this is a really good beginner Extreme. I don't think so. I think Crowd Control is pretty damn difficult. It still is a really easy Extreme, but at the same time it is pretty difficult. And for me, this is where the debate of is Accu the best level I've ever completed comes into question, because I loved my experience with Accu, but thinking about it now, I almost would say Crowd Control is better. I had a really good time with it, despite the fact that I got 92% 6 times. Although Accu was my most consistent and my most fun time playing it, I just feel like Crowd Control is better. See, this is the debate I'm having in my head right now. Is Accu better or is Crowd Control better? I love Accu, but I feel like I might have to put this here. The epic twist. The epic twist. Accu is not my favorite. No way. The song and the gameplay they just make it Crowd Control. Decoration, really cool, but it's not as carrying as like the song and the gameplay. There are like so many UFO like the UFO parts and like the wave part. I will argue the wave part is the most fun part of Crowd Control. I am not gonna lie, the wave part is the single most fun and satisfying part in the entire level. It is the hardest, but it's also the most fun. These two are like interchangeable, but I feel like I just want to put Crowd Control ahead. Napalm. I feel like this would be my favorite Extreme Demon if the ship at 20 or 31, was it 31? I'm not sure. The ship around the 30s, if that ship was just a tiny bit easier, I think this would be my favorite level of all time. Because of that ship, it really did kind of bring it down for me. So I can't really say it's my favorite. It would probably be not my least favorite out of the 3 so far. So I will have to put it here, but regardless, Napalm is, again, fantastic. If you like that type of gameplay, if you like the style of gameplay that Napalm does, you will love. And finally, my most recent completion, Precipitant. I'm just gonna throw this out right now. This is my least favorite extreme demon I've beaten. But even then, it still is really good. But I wouldn't be lying if I said that there were like 2 sections that really brought down the enjoyment for me. For example, the wave right before the drop, I was not a fan of at all. Way too tight, way too hard for the difficulty of the rest of the level, which I would argue is around Accu difficulty. The sections I didn't really like in this level are just everything from the start of the wave before the drop to the end of the robot. Everything in that section I was not the hugest fan of, but everything else plays phenomenally, especially from the wave at 60 onwards. I actually thought the wave at 60 would be the hardest part. It isn't, in my opinion. It just takes a lot of learning to get down. I don't think it's an S tier. I don't think it's S tier worthy, but I do think it's like around A tier as well. So I'm gonna put this level in A tier right there. I'm gonna squish it in there. And boom, bam, bop, there's my tier list right there. Hope you enjoyed this video. Goodbye, have a good day. Oh, and like and subscribe.